Notice, please read the author note. There is something really important regarding this story which I wanna tell to you all. Author's point of view. Yoongi called doctor to check Jimin as he had 6 noodles and yesterday he had a stomachache. Doctor checked him and gave one injection for prevention to not get any infection. Yoongi started behaving coldly with him. He told him that he will tell him his list of 2 punishments in the morning. On the other hand, he took Cook's entire thing in his house and informed him that now onwards he will gonna live with him. Let's see what happens next. Jimin wins. I wanna sleep. Yoongi pulled his hand and forcefully made him sit. I want you in living room. You only have 10 minutes. Go and wash up. Don't take shower. Jimin went to washroom while closing his eyes. He is in still deep sleep. He didn't remember anything. Jimin started brushing his teeth while rubbing his eyes. He still doesn't open his eyes. Arthur, what is this boy doing? At this speed, he will take 2 hours to wash up. I have to do something, otherwise Yoongi will become more angry. Arthur, Jim. No response. Arthur shook him a little. Jim. Jimin flinched. Ah! Arthur, it's me, Arthur. Why are you screaming? Jimin, hey Arthur, you scared me. But what are you doing in my washroom? Arthur, I came here to wake you up. You want to make Yoongi more mad on you? Jimin, why would you be angry on me? I didn't do anything wrong. Arthur, what are you talking? Are you still in sleep? Splashing water on him. Jimin, irritated. Ah, what are you doing? Arthur, I am waking you up. Don't you remember how much angry was he on you, or you want to add fuel on his anger? Jimin remembered everything. Oh yeah, sad face. He is angry on me. He will be punish me soon. Arthur, don't be sad, Jim. He will be forgive you soon. Just take his punishment sincerely. Jimin, I will try. Arthur, that's my Jim. You have only 5 minutes. Flew away. Jimin saw himself in the mirror. I will do everything to gain Jun's forgiveness. I know it will not easy, but I will do my best. Fighting Jimin. Ah. He motivated himself and started doing his morning routine. Yoongi was in kitchen. He was preparing breakfast for them. He wasn't looking as angry as he looked at last night. Arthur, good morning, Yoongi. Yoongi, without looking. Morning, Arthur. I knew it. You will come today. Arthur, shocked. How? Yoongi, you didn't come yesterday to save Jimin, so I knew you will definitely come today. Arthur nervously laughed. You know me very well. If you know that much, then you will know what am I going to say, right? Yoongi, while cooking. Of course I know. You want me to forgive him, right? Arthur nodded his head vigorously. Yes. Yoongi, that's impossible. He did mistakes. Now he has to bear the consequence. Don't teach him wrong things. Arthur, no, you took me so wrong. I'm not going to say to not punish him. He deserves punishment. After all, what he did is not acceptable. But please don't punish him physically. He is too fragile to take your punishment. This time I'm on your side. That's why I didn't come last night. Yoongi, glad to hear that. Don't worry, I'm not going to punish him physically. I will punish him by other ways. Arthur, other ways means? Yoongi, you will get to know after some time. By the way, where is that boy? Arthur, he will become soon. Don't worry. Yoongi, that's better for him. Arthur, Yoongi, tell. Arthur, can you talk to him normally? He cried a lot last night because you were behaving coldly. He isn't used to it. Yoongi, I know, Arthur. I saw him crying. I also don't want to talk with him like this, but he is taking advantage of my liberty. He should know who is Min Yoongi. Arthur, I can understand you, but please take care of him. Yoongi, don't worry, Arthur. I will definitely take care of him. Arthur flew away and Jimin came into the kitchen. Jimin, cheerful voice. Good morning, Yoon. Yoongi, coldly. Morning. Jimin, may I take the juice to the dining room? Yoongi, coldly. No, we aren't going to have our breakfast yet. Jimin, why? Yoongi finally looked at him. Because we are going somewhere. Jimin, oh, give me 2 minutes. I will change. Yoongi, no need to change. Come now. Yoongi left from there and Jimin followed him like a lost puppy. Yoongi took Jimin nearby public garden park. Jimin was following him with his hand aglow. It's 4:40 a.m. now. There was few people. Some were doing morning walks, so some were doing yoga. Yoongi went to empty chair and sat there. Jimin looked at him with confused eyes. Yoongi, don't look at me like this. It's the time of your first punishment. You have to take 5 rounds of this garden for next 1 week. Jimin, shocked. 5 rounds? Blink his eyes twice. Yoongi, yes, 5 rounds. Now start running. You don't have much time. After that, you have to go college too. Jimin, but Yoongi, you have only 45 minutes. I think it's enough time to complete the 5 rounds. Yoongi started the stopwatch in his mobile and started reading book. Jimin started running. He doesn't have any other option rather than accept his punishment. It's a normal small garden. Yoongi knows it's Jimin's first time when he ran. That's why he told him to take only 5 rounds. He gave him 45 minutes so that he can run slowly. But Jimin is Jimin. He started running with his full speed and in just 5 minutes he completed 1 round. Because of running, he started sweating a lot. That's why Yoongi told him to not take bath. Now his legs started paining, but being stubborn, instead of slowing down his speed, he increased his speed even more. He completed 3 rounds in just 15 minutes, but now he started having breathing problem due to over-exercise. Jimin, while panting hard, I can't stop. I have to complete this before the time I have to gain his forgiveness. He was running while chanting this. Yoongi noticed him and immediately went to him and said, Yoongi, slow down your speed, you still have 30 minutes. He shouts so that Jimin can hear him. Jimin wasn't listening to him. He only wants Yoongi's forgiveness and for that he can do anything. Yoongi was worried for him. Yoongi to himself, this boy is completely mad. I gave him 45 minutes to complete 5 rounds and here he is about to complete in just 25 minutes. Insane. Who the hell told him to do this? Let him complete the rounds, then I will talk to him. Angry. He is fully committed to gain Yoongi's forgiveness. That's why Yoongi's parents chose him for Yoongi. They know only Jimin can change Yoongi. They both are same in some things. Jimin finally done with completing 5 rounds. He stopped and put his hands on his knees and started taking deep breath. He started panting half. He was having hard time while breathing. Yoongi went near him and gave him water bottle and hand towel, but Jimin's body is shaking due to abnormal breathing. Yoongi opened the water bottle and poured it on his head. It will help it to get normal breathe. Yoongi put towel on his Jimin's head. Water was dripping from his hairs, which was wetting his t-shirt. Yoongi started drying his hairs from the towel. Jimin, while panting hard, am I forgiven or not? Yoongi, mad, shut up, just shut up. Don't you dare to say a single word. Who told you to run like this? I gave you 45 minutes and here you completed it in just 25 minutes. He started scolding him for his impulsive behavior. He held his hand and said, Yoongi, close your eyes and take a deep breath. He guided Jimin and Jimin followed his instructions. After 10 minutes of breathing exercises, now his breathing is normal. They both reached at home and now Yoongi is more angry than before. Yoongi, go and take shower. Jimin, Yoongi, little loud. Go now. Jimin got scared and immediately went to his room. Yoongi also went to take shower. Time skipped after 10 minutes. Yoongi was placing the dishes on the table. Jimin came there and sat on his seat. He was silent now. By looking into his eyes, anyone can easily see that he cried a lot. His eyes were red and puffy, which didn't get unnoticed by Yoongi. He placed his breakfast in front of him. It was healthy breakfast full with nutrients. It wasn't regular grass. Yoongi gave him juice to drink, which obviously he doesn't want to drink. He take the bottle and sip a little. He wants to spit it because it was very bitter in taste, but can't do that. He has to drink this. Yoongi, don't just put it in your mouth. Gulp it too. You have to finish this juice and that breakfast too. Jimin started eating his breakfast, which was surprisingly good in taste, but that juice was very bitter. After finishing the breakfast, Yoongi gave him some medicines which he gulped with the help of water. Yoongi, have you brought your bag? Jimin, yes, it is in living room. Yoongi, go and wait for me near the car. I am coming after cleaning this. Jimin went to living room and picked his bag. He saw Jimmy was there. He stopped near him and said, Jimin, Jimmy, you know Yoon is still angry with me. What should I do to gain his forgiveness? I don't like it. Please help me now. I tried my best to make him happy today by completing the 5 rounds within 25 minutes, but instead of being happy, he started scolding me. Pout. I think I make him more angrier than before. Yoongi was passing by the living room. He heard Jimin's conversation. Yoongi, are you planning to stay here or wanna go to college too? Left from there. Jimin, no, I'm coming too. Wait for me. Shouts because Yoongi already left. Jimmy, I will talk to you later. Till then, think the way how to gain his forgiveness. Okay, bye. The car ride was silent. Jimin tried to talk with him, but Yoongi didn't show any interest. Soon they reached at Jimin's college. Jimin removed his seat belt. He was waiting for Yoongi to ruffle his hairs. Yoongi always ruffles his hairs. Now it becomes his habit, but for his surprise, Yoongi didn't do anything. Jimin opened the car doors and about to jump, Yoongi stopped him. Yoongi, coldly, you left your notebook and pen here. Jimin turned around and took his notebook and pen. Thank you for reminding me. Yoongi, Jimin was waiting for Yoongi's daily instructions like don't run, don't involve in fighting, concentrate on your lectures, etc. etc. Yoongi always remind him this like a small kid, but today he didn't say anything to him, which hurt Jimin. He left the car with sad pout. Yoongi noticed that, but they still didn't say anything and went from there. Jimin was looking at the car till it completely disappeared. Yoongi saw everything by car's mirror and said, Yoongi, I know kid, you are sad, but I can't help you this time. You did mistakes and now you have to bear its consequence too. It's just a starting kid and you are this much sad now. I'm scared. What will you do after knowing your last punishment? In the classroom, it's early morning. Yoongi always dropped Jimin 1 hour earlier than his first lecture because he also has morning lectures. He came into his classroom. It was empty like as usual. He went to last bench and sat there. He was thinking the way to gain Yoongi's forgiveness. He can't handle Yoongi's ignorance. It's very painful for him. Soon he saw Jikook was entering inside the classroom while limping. He quickly ran to him and took him to their seat. He made him sit carefully on his seat. Jikook didn't waste any time and hugged him tightly and started crying like a small kid. He started complaining about tea to Jimin like a small kid complains about his teacher to his Hyang or Oma. Jimin, being a caring friend, switched his personality from bestie to Hyang. He carefully listened his all the complaints. He didn't stop him to cry. He let him cry as much as he wants. He was passing by their classroom when he heard Jikook's crying voice. He stopped there and ready to go inside to check him, but he saw Jimin was with him. He was relaxed to see Jimin there. He knows Jimin will handle the situation and give him the warmth which he was craving from last night. He heard how cutely he complained about him to Jimin. Jikook in cracked voice, Chimiyangi, Titi is very bad. He hurts Cuckoo. He didn't let Cuckoo sleep with him. He didn't give Cuckoo any aftercare. He told Cuckoo that Cuckoo will call him sir. Why will Cuckoo call him sir when he is Cuckoo's Titi? You know, Yangi, Cuckoo scored 40 out of 50, but still Titi didn't praise Cuckoo. He just said, next time I want full marks. Cuckoo will not study. What's the use of getting good marks when Titi will not gonna praise Cuckoo? Cuckoo knows Cuckoo did big mistakes, but Titi already punished Cuckoo, see? He made him see his calves, which still has red marks. Jimin's eyes got teary after seeing his marks. Cook, Chimiyangi, Titi slapped Cuckoo yesterday. Cuckoo said sorry thousands of times, but Titi doesn't wanna forgive Cuckoo. Titi punished Cuckoo so hard, but still wanna punish Cuckoo. That's why he wasn't talking with Cuckoo normally. Chimiyangi, are you listening now? He finally broke the hug and saw his Chimiyangi's face. Jimin smiled. Yes, I'm listening my Cuckoo's complaints. My Cuckoo is a good boy. He took his all the punishments very sincerely. Chimiyangi is so proud of Cuckoo. Now stop crying. wiped his tears with his hands. Cook, yes, Cuckoo is a good boy. Cuckoo won't cry, but you have to scold Titi. Jimin, yes, I will scold him. How dare he to hurt my Cuckoo? Wait, let me scold him now. Cook stopped him by holding his hand. No, Yoongi, don't scold him. If you scold Titi, then he will be sad like Cuckoo. And Cuckoo never wants Titi become sad. Whenever Cook got extremely hurt, he started behaving like kid, but only in front of Jimin because he only trusts Jimin. It's not like he didn't trust T, but Jimin was with him since his childhood. He knows him better than he knows himself. T knows this. Sometimes he got jealous by seeing Cook this much attached with Jimin, but he can't do anything rather than being jealous. Cook was extremely hurt. If Jimin wasn't there with him, then he can do anything like self-harm, but Jimin is always with him. He gave him his comfort and warmth which he needed the most. Jimin's t-shirt is completely drenched because of Cook's tears. Soon he started behaving normal. Jimin, soft voice, Cookie, are you alright, bun? We drink some water first. Took out his water bottle and gave it to Cook. Cook, while sobbing, yes, I am fine, no water. He couldn't form sentence due to hard sobbing. Jimin, no, you need to drink water. Drink a little. It will help you to normal your breathing. Jimin made him drink water from his water bottle. He cleaned his face with wet wipes. Now Cook is normal. Soon other students started coming and Jikook sat properly. Meanwhile with Yoongi, he came to his university and took his lectures. He completed his all the works early. He only had morning lectures today. Now he is thinking the ways to get Jimin's things from his home. Suddenly he got some idea. He picked his mobile and messaged Jimin. Kid, come home by yourself. I can't come to pick you today. I will be late, so lock the doors properly. Order your food from outside. Yoongi sent message to Jimin, but Jimin was in ongoing lecture, so he didn't notice Yoongi's message. Yoongi, while waiting for Jimin's reply, why doesn't Kid reply to my message? Is he angry and try to ignore me? Nah, Kid isn't like that. But then why doesn't he reply me? Watched his wristwatch. From whence I am reacting like this? He will be in lecture. Let's go, I have lots of work today. He picked his car's key and went to somewhere. Let's see where he went. Time skipped after 1 hour. He stopped the car in front of a small house. He parked the car and stepped out from it. Yoongi, so this is Kid's house. Not bad. This looks like him, simple and cute. So he came to Jimin's old house to pick his things. He tried to open the door but it was locked. He broke the lock and entered inside. Don't ask me how he broke the lock because I myself don't know. Yoongi didn't told me. I asked him but he said you don't need to know this. Maybe he used a stone to break the lock or use his cat power. Yoongi, sorry Oma and Appa, Jimin's parents, but Jimin's study suffered because he doesn't have his studies material. That's why I have to break it. Jimin's parents are from middle class families, so their house is also simple and compact. Yoongi entered inside the house and directly reached at living room. This is a small house but full with homely vibes. Yoongi looked here and there. It has only 2 rooms, so I think Kid's room will be upstairs. He went upstairs and entered inside Jimin's room. In Jimin's room, Yoongi, I knew it was Kid's room. This room is so small but everything arranged so beautifully. I'm impressed, Kid. By seeing this, nobody can say this is a 20 years old boy's room. This room is fully represent him, small but cute. Now I have to find out his studies material. He was looking here and there. To be honest, this room is so small, it's difficult for Yoongi to move freely. Yoongi, so this is Kid's study table. It's so small, how did he study here? This isn't has a space to open 2 books at the same time. And what's this sticky notes? This is Kid's handwriting, but what did he write? He sat on the chair and started reading the sticky notes. Yoongi, oh, so he wrote notes to remind himself the upcoming test and exams. He made timetable too. But did he ever follow this? I don't think so. Oh, so you are also here. He picked a small duck from the study table. Kid loves these things. He started checking Jimin's things and found Jimin's report cards. He found so many things. He started reading the notes and saw Jimin's report cards there. He observed everything and made a mental note on his mind. He saw Jimin's personal diary there. He picked it and opened it, but immediately closed within a second. Yoongi, what are you doing, Yoongi? You can't read anyone's personal diary without their permission. It's wrong. Scolded himself. But it's not anyone's diary, it's my kid's diary. It will help me to know more about his studies, behaviors, problems, liking and disliking. It's not wrong, right? He found bags and started packing his things on it. He packed everything which Jimin needs. After packing all the things he left from there, he took Jimin's personal diary with himself too. He didn't pack it with Jimin's things. He brought new lock for the house and locked it and went to his house. Jimin's house is far away from Yoongi's mansion. It took 1 hour from the car to reach there. To be continued. Questions. How's the episode? Will Yoongi return Jimin's personal diary to him? Will Jimin continue his impulsive behavior? Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all like it. There is something really important which I want to share with you all. Well, I already informed everyone through community post, but not all of you read that. So I'm going to change the title of the story. Every episode will has new title which tells you about the episode. You don't need to be confused because I will write the episode number. In the description section I will write the full title. I'm not gonna add any thumbnail too. I already changed the title of all the episodes. Why I am doing this? I really don't want to do this. On my first channel I wrote the story of Little Space Cook. In the starting I really got lots of views, but slowly YouTube stopped recommending that because that was the long story. Because of that my channel suffered really bad. I don't want this happen to this channel too because this story is also very long. Don't worry, it's long but not boring. I can say this with full confidence. This story has so many things. I'm trying to cover up most of the part in one episode by writing long episodes. I hope you all will understand my situation and cooperate with me. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.